Yes, yes, yes. Hey, ladies, how are you? Listen, we're getting ready to have some fun as we announce you, ladies, and tell folks who you are and what you will be doing. I can't tell you the fun that we had last evening. So go ahead, like and share, and get your friends on board so they can know that you are getting ready to do something amazing this month and they want to be there. If they haven't registered yet, we have folks that will put place the registration information in the Dropbox, or they will actually post it. But listen, my name is Dr. Betty Speaks, and I am here supporting my girlfriend, no other than the what do we call her? Butts in the seat herself, Miss Karen Cherry, who is doing amazing work throughout the world, not just here. She's leaving imprints all over the world. And as many of you know, I like to say that strong people are not simply born, they resurrect by sharing their imprints that they generate throughout their life journey. I also like to tell people that strong people are not simply born, they up by sharing their imprints that they've created throughout their life journey. So Miss Karen is definitely making imprints worldwide, and today we are rallying up for a level up virtual summit that takes place on April 16th through April 18th. And I have two of her amazing speakers with me this evening. When I tell you amazing, you thought last night we were having so much fun here last night. Wait until you hear from Miss Barbara Beckley and Miss Lawana Bradford. How did we get that together? How did we get two BBs together with the same last name? And then to throw in another B, Betty Speaks. So you know we're going to be having some fun tonight with all these B's in the house. Oops. Come on, ladies. So I'm going to move out the way just for a second because I want these ladies to tell you who they are, give you a little bit of information about themselves. So I'm going to start with Miss Lawanda because she has that big smile going on right now. How are you tonight, Luana?
I'm doing well, Dr. Betty. Thank you so very much for having me on your platform. And a little bit about me, I am a connector meaning I enable businesses as well as individuals identify opportunities for success so that they can level up in life and in their finances. I do this by showcasing my expertise in my two companies. One is the Bradford Group Consulting, where we work with both big and small businesses to identify opportunities for growth and success, as well as the Bradford Group Mortgages, and we work with investor and commercial mortgages. And again, helping connect people with the money. So it's all about the connections, helping people to navigate and identify their ring of success.
Wow, Luana, last night we had the two ladies with us. We were all about the monies too. And I had, honestly, after reading so many bios, I had confused one of with being a caretaker. So I'm not going to confuse either one of you tonight with your professions because it's just good to know that we have more money in the house tonight. So thank you so much for giving us that information. Like I said, last night we had our guests were Noreen and Don. They were the money makers again. So women are making money. Honestly, they're spreading news about that. So Barbara,
Yes.
I want to ask you the same. And I felt like singing that song again. You saw how I paused. I was going to say, Barbara, this is Betty. Can you please tell us what it is that you do?
I'm gonna have to
Barbara and I had a
listen to that
lot
song.
of trouble
I'm gonna have to listen to that song tonight after we get off. But yes, Dr. Betty, thank you so much for having me on your platform. It's an honor and a privilege. And my name is Barbara
Mm,
Beckley. I basically help, especially women, to understand what I call their PPD, their purpose, their passion and their drive in life. Because I always tell people that's your foundation to understand your genius, your gifts that you have in you. So then from that point on, you can, tailor for your business or tailor anything in your personal life that you're trying to do. So I help women kind of get through that. And then once we find out that true diamond fetish, as I call it, then I make them shine through different platforms that I have available for them as far as one-on-one interviews, TV shows is like what you have. I have my own show that I do to help ladies and men. And then I also help with social media, making them shine, because if they don't know you, you're not shining on social media, then they're not going to know who you are. And I want them to know these wonderful ladies that are out there that has so much to give.
You know what? You must have read my email to you today, because you are definitely using that word shine, shine, shine. I
We
told
sharing
you,
it
Lawana.
together.
Yes, I told you, Lawana, this is Betty. I already know Barbara. You know. So listen, I honestly, as we talked last night, this would be an amazing summit, because seeing the platform of the speakers that will be the ability speakers. When I went to the website, and again, I said the website will be posted. If anyone wants to go and register, they can. I had to call Karen. I said, listen, I can't find one of the speakers on the platform. And she goes, yes, she is. There was another page. And I was like, oh my world. The pages are amazing, filled with amazing speakers, leaders that will impact the world. So I definitely want to encourage our audience that are listening in tonight. If you have not gone to the Level Up virtual website to see who the speakers are, please do. We just have to be blessed to have two with us tonight. And I want to ask them amazing questions, because people always know, what will your speech be like, without going into too much detail. What topic should I ask? What's your topic, Miss Barbara?
Well, my topic, I was trying to think, because I'm thinking of Level Up, it's the whole prefaces of what's the conference is about. And I know with what's
Mhm.
going on last year and this year with the whole pandemic, I said, okay, you know what? I want to put the elephants in the room. So what my topic is about is, what is your fear factor and how are you dealing with it to level up in your life? So I said, you know what? Let's take it,
Mm.
because we're all human. I know we're fearful of things. I'm fearful of snakes. I don't like snakes. I just don't. But I own it. I own it, and I say, don't put no snakes around me. We're good. But see, we have to, and that's the thing that I talk about a little bit in presentation is, let's own your fears. Let's see what you're fearful about, what you're thinking about. And then from that point on, then you can start dealing with that and moving forward and trying to say, okay, maybe I need to do this, this, and that in order to move myself. Or is this creating a hindrance for me leveling up in my business or my personal life? So I talk about what is your fear factor, and I really give them some golden nuggets, which I don't want to talk too much about because that's part of the whole
Yes,
presentation,
please.
how to
Yes,
work it out, just how to work it out. Yeah.
that means stop. That's too much information. We're clapping now. Listen, Barbara, I
I
knew I
like
was
that.
going to like you. I knew I was falling in love with you for a reason. Lawana, when she mentioned she don't like snakes, tell us where you're from, Barbara. What state are you from again?
Well, I grew up in Illinois, but I live in Wisconsin now. So I've never been
So
in like in the
Wisconsin,
countries.
you're too far up north to have snakes there, but I think that thing there. Now that you said that, now I have to keep my alertness on, my
Oh, no.
sisters on, because I'm in a place where I didn't want to be. But I'm gonna ask Lawana. Lawana, tell us what would be your topic during the summit.
Well, the title of my topic is Wigs. Do you have one?
Mm.
And and most people think that we're talking about what you wear, but this is actually referring to WIGS is an acronym for wildly important goals. And I really
Wow.
get into the fact that we as as individuals, whether it's in our life or in our business, we, if we're not very clear, having that line of sight, being very intentional and very driven, then we can be spinning our wheels and never going anywhere. We feel good about it because we're busy, but at the end of the day, when we look back on, on the pages of all of our activity, we're wondering, well, why am I still where I was? Well, there's four key factors that cause us to be there. And Barbara's already talked about one, which is fear. I'm not going to get into all of the details
Yes.
with that or the other three. But when I go through this exercise, I take them through how they can identify all of the drivers, if you will, that are impacting those four
Yes.
categories. And once you know that, then you can start to shift your mindset, identify those hindrances, overcome, and find, again, your brass ring and achieve success in life and in business.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. That is powerful. So, and I'm glad you didn't go into details, but it sounds like, oh my goodness. I love the fact that you mentioned wigs. There's so many speakers out there, such as you ladies, that come up with amazing acronyms. Why is your butt so big? And it's like, it's like people ask you, I want to be on the level up, I want to be one of the level up speakers, but I can't do it. I'm not prepared yet. I want to travel, but so I love the fact that you are talking about wigs. I'm serious. It's like everyone wants to do something and then they could throw that word butt in there and then you want to come up, be like Lawana and say, why is your butt so big? That was meant for you to sit on, not to live on. So let me tell you, ladies, that's why you are here today. That's why you are on the Level Up Conference, because what we know is that you hang out with people who will impact your future and not your past. You're the ones that will say the word but is not in my vocabulary. I don't use that word at all. So again, this is Dr. Betty Speaks, and I am here with amazing speakers that will be presenting on at the Level Up Virtual Conference Summit between the days of April 16th through April 18th. So this is the mission of this company. This the summit is to bring together the best, the brightest, and the most brilliant entrepreneurs, business leaders, world changers, and difference makers for a 3 day of connection, creativity, and contribution. As you will see on the website, it tells you that it is time to level up. So, ladies, my next question to you is like, what motivated you to be a part of this conference? Like I said, you're here, but you didn't give a butt. You're like, I would be on that but. So, what was your motivation, Lawana?
My motivation is I have a very unique message with over 30 years of experience, both domestically and internationally, working in the strategic lane. Is helping this was a platform for me to really help drive how important it is for small business owners to develop a strategic mind, a strategic lens in how they navigate through the waters, because there's always going to be change. There's always going to be crises. The pandemic is only one. But if you're able to put on your strategic lens in life and in business, you'll be able to determine how to make those stumbling blocks into stepping stones. So that was my motivating factor, being a part of this excellent community of brilliant minds, because I believe it's all about iron sharpening iron. So I'm honored and privileged to have just been allowed this opportunity.
She just stole my words right off my page here. So I'm gonna come to you, Barbara, because we are iron sharpening iron, and it's great to see women. So many women that are just stepping up, leveling up. So, Barbara, what was your motivation?
Well, my biggest motivation, as I always talk about when I talk about presentation, is the PPD, I call it, the purpose, passion, and drive. And I always want to see, my mission is to really make people understand what their true purpose and what their genius is, what their individual genius is. You know, a lot of times people say, well, there's a lot of coaches, there's a lot of speakers, there's a lot of authors, but you have a uniqueness compared to that other author, that other speaker. And my mission is to keep putting that out there so people can know that they are truly special. They are truly amazing in what they do and how they do it. So leveling up is just another part of that. It's like leveling up to your true purpose, leveling up to your true passion, you know, and drive in that area. So that's what motivates me to just not on this platform, but all platforms, because like I said, that is my mission and push to do that.
You are something else. You ladies and gentlemen heard she has some acronyms. She said the PPPs, the PPDs. She says Barbara be throwing those acronyms out there. And then she makes me want to go about, what about the F's, Barbara? What about the F's? You know, where's the F man? You know, where's that F man? And people say when I do that one, it's like, what is she talking about, the F man? That man that's building his family. That man is going out for fun. That man is, taking care of his finances. There's like 8 of them. Where are the F's, Barbara? I know you're gonna come back with that one. She said, I'm writing this one down. Yeah,
I like that. I like that.
yeah, you did it to me. You started, you rattled off some letters there, and I'm like, this is a phenomenal speaker right here. Get ready, summit for Barbara. Yes, I love that. So you ladies, and what I got from both of your your whys, your motivations is that my thing is leaving imprints. It's like we want to leave the imprint. Given the fact that I was born on Maya Angelou's birthday, and then Martin Luther King was killed on my birthday, so we just celebrated the resurrection of Jesus on my birthday. So it's like we go things and we resurrect from them, and that's what I heard from both of your motivation is like, you're going through something, you still keep going. You stay focused, you follow on course until successful, and don't look back. We talked about, I heard some of that in there too, from as your motivational points for, like, I want to be a part of this level up summit so I can let people know who I am, what I do, so I can help them get to that next level. So I can leave an imprint that I am helping others get to the next level. My next question would be, why did you have, or did you have any setbacks or challenges as you tried to and like in your businesses, did you have any setbacks or challenges as you developed your speech for this platform, or even in the midst of pursuing your dreams to be where you are now as a speaker, Barbara?
Hmm. The question. Yeah, I think that's what I feel like your setbacks, and I wouldn't really call it a setback. I call it a stepping stones of strength. So anything that we go
Mm-hmm.
through, our stories in our lives, I always call them the earthquakes and floods that hit us, be it,
Mm-hmm.
fear that I talked about, or you just feel like people are talking to you saying, no, you can't do that. Those little gremlins behind your back saying what you can't do. And then all of a sudden you're saying that you can't do it. So now you're listening to other people. I think all those type of things come in everybody's life. It's just part of life. And what we have to
Yes.
do, I'm going to use this to level up in life, that you have to make sure that you know who you are again. It goes really back to that root of your foundation and understanding that, okay, this is me, this is what I'm going to do, and I have to move forward in it. Now, if people don't understand that, then that's them. They're doing their thing. And you have to believe in yourself. You have to love on yourself, believe in yourself. If those things are not
Yeah.
there, well, it's going to be so easy for those earthquakes and floods to just push you to the side. And in my life, I always be a long time ago, I used to be really shy. I used to be very shy.
Mm.
And it just took me maybe a good 10, 11 years to me to come out. And now that I came out to talk and present, nobody gotta stop me. I'm like, no, you can't do it. I gotta say it. I gotta say what I gotta say. So
Yeah.
to the presentations. That's why I'm always speaking, like, this Level Up conference and other ones, because I really want people to understand that don't let anything stop you. Because I could have let my shyness stop me. I could have let, things that happened in my life. I mean, we all got tons of stories. I know it's timing, but, there's things that happened that I could just say, you know what, I'm done. Forget it. I raised my hands here. But I knew that my stories would help and connect with others. So that's why I do what I do.
I love it. How can you top that one, Luana?
Well, it's not about topping. One of the things is Barbara and I are actually business partners, believe it or not, as well.
What?
So it's about complementing. And I think for me, the in preparing and thinking about the message that I wanted to do it in such a way that would challenge individuals, that you're not listening to the same rote messages over and over again, but it's leveling up through a new way of thought, a new way of just absorbing the impact of truth that you have to identify with. And as Barbara said, it all starts with understanding your purpose and your why. And once you have that, once you're solidly clear, there is nothing that's going to shake you from it. Now, life will happen. As Barbara said, the tsunamis will happen in life. That's normal. You keep living, keep growing in business, it's going to happen. But when you have that razor-like focus and you are clear and you know that you've tapped into your divine genius, and it's just a matter of that opportunity and vision colliding, success then becomes inevitable. So for me, it was just creating a message to provide encouragement, inspiration, but more instruction, because you talk about challenges, and if we had longer on this platform, Barbara and I could share some stories with you that would make you cry. But we've been through.
And I don't. That's why
I think what makes both of us so aligned is we never see it as stumbling blocks. It's always stepping stones. It's God's taking us from glory to glory, and through our challenges, through our experiences, we're expanding. And through those experiences, we're able to become more relatable to other people as they're coming behind us, or even those that are in front of us who we're inspiring to be like in different forms or fashion. So I just totally agree with Barbara. Challenges they're there. That's life. One thing that's going to be constant.
And what you just did was you took that to the next level. You took what Barbara said to, that's what I meant by topping. How do you level that conversation to up? So, and it complemented what she said beautifully. So I thank you both. And even the fact that it's good to know that you two work together too. And are you in the same state still?
No, we're not.
I think you said no. Okay. Yeah. So again, you're listening to phenomenal speakers that are participating in the Level Up Virtual Summit on April 16th through the 18th, where the mission is to bring together the best, brightest, and most brilliant entrepreneur business leaders who and world changers and differences makers for 3 days of connection, creation, and contribution. Like we said, it's just time to definitely level up. What is your definition? Well, before I ask you that, who or what has been some of your greatest inspiration during your journey and as being a speaker?
For me,
Barbara,
you want me to go first or Barbara?
I'll let Luana go on this
You're
one.
fine.
My greatest inspirations are two individuals who are still living, and I'm so grateful. It's my father and my mother. My dad will be 91 and my mom's 85. And my father has been my mentor and my coach throughout my entire professional career. They're both amazing speakers and philanthropists, hearts of gold. And through them and just understanding what servant leadership is, I think I've been able to incorporate that in all that I do. And my prayer is that if I can just touch a fraction of the lives they've touched, then I would have lived a life well lived.
Wow, I love that. Whew. All right, Miss Barbara, beautiful smiles and all.
Thank you. Well, it's funny, Luana, I'm in the same boat with her. My two people, I would have said just one, that was my dad. because my dad was my rock, and he passed away when I was 17. Like I said, that's another story.
Oh,
But he's the one that really just basically said that I was a diamond. That's where the name Diamond Factory comes from. That was a diamond in the rough. But then after I got older and I
mm,
me and my mother had to be together, we were like, now it's just me and her. I call her Sergeant, and I think we just lost.
Come on, let it keep rolling.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
I
still
call
live.
her Sergeant. I was like, whoop. And I called my mother Sergeant because she was the opposite. She was rough, tough, just like, okay, if you don't get this, you need to get this. Like I always tell people, I get I would get an A in school, and she's like, well, where's your A plus? So she was that type of mother that it was just she was pushing and pushing to the point where I was like, where do you love me? What's going on here? But then now I can say that, that I'm older, that I've been through in my business and my work that I do and school and everything that I've been, accomplishing, that I have to thank her for that because she did push me, even though I didn't want to be that pushed. But she still said, you have to do more than the average person. She always told me you had to take 5 steps, not 3 steps or 2 steps, but 5 steps ahead of the person. She said, if you could go more than five,
yeah.
do it. So that's what she always used to tell me. And I'm like, and then I found out her stories. That's why I always tell people the stories of people's lives is so important to understand on why they do or what they say. So with my mother and dad, just really being that equal, there was a balance. It was my dad was the I love you, you're a dime from. My uncle was like, so they two came together and it helped me grow into be what I am right now and what I do. So I really appreciate both of them.
I love it, Barbara. Honestly, I can't I can't even tell you what an honor it is to have Barbara Beakley and Lawana Bradford here this evening as we get ready for the Level Up Summit. If you haven't registered yet, it's time to do so tonight. There's still room for you to do so. And I want to see if I could just, maybe I can. I had moved to the side for a second to see if I could bring over, just to show people just a smidgen of some of the speakers that will be there. And I know of just when you go to the website and you look at the front page itself, you will see just a list of speakers that are out there. Honestly, you don't want to miss this summit. And the website is beautifully put together for you. Start out by go after you register, just go to the home page and you will see some of the lead speakers that will be there, like Cheryl Wood and of course Miss Kern, and then there's so many others. I would be here like like Lawana said, all night just to tell you who they are. But I don't want to share it with you. I would love for you to go out, take a look at the site. The link is here, and definitely register. And like I said before, the mission of this summit is definitely to bring people together, and you will be blessed with some of the biggest, brightest, and most brilliant entrepreneurs and business leaders that are worldwide, honestly. So this is a 3-day summit, and it's all about connection, creativity, and contributions. So register tonight, and then invite others to register as well. I want to know. This is the question that was on last evening, and I tell you the girls had me laughing about some of the things we asked last evening. What is your definition of carrying on a legacy or creating an imprint? And I'll start with you, Barbara.
Mm. I feel that's so important, and that's why I decided just a few years ago to be in my first collective book that I was in a few years ago, because I said to myself, I said, okay, I'm talking about all this PPD and diamond factor and all this kind of stuff, and I'm like, I don't want this fade away because I know how important it is, especially when I'm telling people they need to really hone in on themselves. So that's why I said, okay, it's time for me to put it out there. I said, okay, if I'm going to be leading this, I need to be an example. So my example is doing these, presentations, having them on video. Thank God for video. Thank God for Zoom and all this, because people can see this over and over again, even when I'm gone. They'll
Thank
see
you.
this interview when we're gone. And that's leaving those legacies. That's leaving those little droplets of wisdom that we have, that our parents, like me and Luana said, put in us. Now we're putting out there for everybody else so they can take that on into, hopefully into their lives. So it's very important to do that. I mean, once that stops, and I've been concerned about that too. I'm like, I don't want that
Mhm.
to stop between after we go. What's going to happen? So, but we can always leave the books and the speeches and what we do, so people can come back and say, oh yeah, I remember Dr. Betty said this, or Luana, she talked about this, and people will take that, just like how we take things back from the past that we do ourselves. So it's very important to
Exactly.
keep that going.
I love it. And that thing that you're talking about, it still leads back to what you were saying earlier, leveling it up. Even though I'm leaving, someone else has to take this to the next level. I love that. What about you, Lawana?
I agree with everything Barbara said, because her position is passing the mantle. And I'll take it from a different lane. Is I believe that if I'm able to take my life's experiences and knowledge and create a paradigm shift in the life of a person, then that is going to influence and impact the future generation. So my legacy is to be able to affect change so that women around the world can truly elevate to the best version of themselves, so that they can impact, and this is part of our Celebrate You movement, the lives of their family, the community, the nation, and the world. And I believe that Barbara and I both are doing that every single day with that particular message in our respective lanes.
I love it. So, how can one reach out to you, Barbara? People are like, I want to stay in touch with Barbara. How can I keep up with Barbara?
Well, they can contact me. I'm on all social media under Barbara Beckley. I got a group, the Diamond Factor Experience
Mhm.
Facebook group, that I welcome everybody to come in to just really get to know who you are. Like I said, that PPD. And they can also email me at diamondfactorexperience@gmail.com. If
Mm,
anybody wants to get on my platform to be interviewed, to be shown, to be shined, I'm here
yes,
for you. I'm here for you.
yes. Luana?
I can be reached on all social media, Luana Bradford, and on Instagram, it's the Luana Bradford. And if part of our movement is Celebrate You Women Embracing Wellness Facebook group, and on that page, I host a forum for, it's called Business and Financial Raw Talk, a no holds barred forum for leaders and innovators. So if you are an individual that consider yourself a leader with creative thought, innovative thought, and want to be featured on that platform, please do so. I'd love to have you. And also you can visit my website at Bradford Group MTG, like BradfordGroupMortgage.com, or Luana at BradfordGroupMTG.com.
Wow, I love this. And for everyone that's listening in tonight, I just ask that you pay it forward by taking at least 30 seconds, jotting down or sharing the information that you have heard here tonight from our amazing speakers that will be presenting at the summit. Listen, jot down the website, share it with your friends. They're not going to be the only ones. Last night we had Noreen and Dawn. Tomorrow we will have Jonathan Haynes and Karen Scott. So you want to come back tomorrow at the same time at 8 p.m. This is 8 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it has been a thrill for me to be here supporting my sister for life, Karen Perry, on what she's doing worldwide. Listen, as I said before, hang out with people who will impact your future, not your past. Pay it forward by sharing this information. Some people are not here just simply, they weren't born simply to level down. They were born to level up. So why don't you have someone else level up by giving them the information concerning this Level Up Virtual Summit, which will take place April 16th through the 18th. This has been Dr. Betty Speaks with Life changed now, and my platform has just changed to a Resurrection Imprint Act because I too am helping people to level up to their next level. So we so appreciate you being here with us this evening. This has been so much fun. I'm telling you, my sister Barbara and I are gonna go back and listen to some old days. It's not old school, it's old girl music, baby. But we, yeah, it's gonna go back and rap and have fun, listen to some music that kindred to us prior to coming on this evening. But definitely register for the summit. That's why we're introducing the speakers to you in advance so you can know who they are, understand their platform, and then link up with them. That's all they're doing here is making connections. I think my sister Lawana said that as she opened up earlier. So we're going to tune out tonight, and we'll see you back here tomorrow evening with two more phenomenal speakers. Thank you, ladies.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye-bye.